What's up, subscribers? Mike from SPPTV here. Today we're going to be picking up where we left off on my 1998 GMC Sierra. Last episode you saw the radiator being removed, the water pump taken out, and we got down to the spider injector in the end. I went ahead and put in the new spider injector. It's a little bit of a pain because there's a bolt that's hard to reach that holds it in place there. But with some vice grips I was just able to turn it out and then turn this one back in. Since the top end of the motor is all taken apart, I figured I'd go ahead, put some other parts that I have for the truck on. Got some new spark plug wires, plugs, distributor, rotor, and cap. So hopefully that with the spider injector will cure any of the misfiring and rough idle problems it had. And then once we're done working on the Sierra today, we're gonna take fucking dogs, really? And after we're done working on the Sierra today, we're gonna take a look at how you tune one of these late model GM truck engine ECMs with HP tuners. When putting in new spark plugs, it never hurts to take a look at the gap. For this truck, it's 60 thou specification. So you just make sure that fits good. They'll probably all be good out of the box, but I'll give them a quick check as I install them. I like to go and put them all in finger tight first, and then go back down and give them all a snug up. Don't want to make them too tight, but snug. Simple as that. If this was a Ford, would have had to replace the cylinder heads at this point. I'll repeat the same process on this side with the spark plugs, remove the wires, and then we'll get on to the distributor, removing the cap and the rotor. Got the new plugs in, all 8 of them on both sides. Passenger side was actually a little tricky, some of them are pretty rusty. But now we're gonna move on to the distributor. From here it's pretty self-explanatory. Just do the reverse, 2 new parts, they both came with 2 new bolts. So pop those back on and then we'll get the plug wires ran. You want to pay attention to which way the old rotor was sitting on here, because it has these 2 bolt holes, so you can put it 180 degrees out if you're not careful, and I'm pretty sure the truck won't run good like that. And done. With these motors, it's a pretty simple thing to do. Next, we'll go lay out the spark plug wires and get those fitted to the engine. What works best for me is to match them all up first. So these 2 are the same length. You'll find pairs of 2s that'll be the same length. These 2, almost the same length, but not, so they're different. So you basically go through the set, pair those up, and then it's a lot easier to put on the engine. Now that I got them paired longest to shortest, it's easy just to grab one, know where it goes, and put it on the truck. So I think I'll finish that up, and then we'll cut to doing some HP tuning on stock GM truck LS computers. Alright guys, you've seen crazy custom fabrication in the RFG. You've seen this shit horse being built and born in the HHP. Welcome to MFS. Mike's fucking shack. Last time me and Rob went to the junkyard, we both picked up one of these GM LS truck engine ECMs. He got one from a 99 and this one is from a 2000. They both had the same service part number, so we're hoping it'll work the same with HP tuners, because the way HP tuners works is you need to buy credits to tune each ECM. You need to license them. They must make a shitload of money because it's like $100 American per ECM. But eventually, if you do enough of them, then you get to unlock a certain year, make, model basically. So on my HP Tuners device, it's all stored in there. On mine, 99 GMC Sierra specifically, it said was unlocked. So we're not sure if that's only the 99 Sierra or all the ECMs with this part number that would have been in a 99 Sierra. So we're gonna read it and find out. To read the ECM, I'm gonna use my bench setup here I got. It's just an old power supply. And then you use the stock ECM connectors, give it the powers and grounds it needs, and put an OBD2 plug on here, and then that connects right to your HP tuners, and you're able to do this kind of stuff without a vehicle and just with the ECM loose like that. You can also do this with a battery, and there's more hack ways of doing it, but I did it enough that I finally just made this little rig and it works great. By plugging the bench ECM harness setup in, you're essentially turning the vehicle's key to the on position. This is the HP Tuners VCM editor. You can download this for free, I'm pretty sure, and just mess around with it if you want, if you're curious how it works and stuff. So that's the read button there. We're gonna read this ECM. Hopefully there's no errors, and we'll see if we can tune it for free. Usually it will come up with a thing and ask if you want to license the ECM, and it didn't this time, so I'm assuming it's free and good to go, which is great, because once you unlock a certain model year, you can try to get those kind of ECMs, and then you can tune them all for free. So all those people wondering about VATs, that's the biggest thing, VATs. I want my VATs unlocked. It's as simple as that and that. So don't let some tuner tell you it's some big freaking undertaking. I mean, I tune stuff for money too, so I'm guilty of it myself. But really, that's all there is to it. A drop-down box, changing it to none, and then you'd go here, write the vehicle, and ride her up. There's lots of other things to do in HP tuners. All these different drop-downs here: fuel, spark, torque management, which you can turn off so you get a little more power out of your truck. It can do a lot of good things. If you're unsure what this whole HP tuners thing is, I'll try to explain it in the most simple kind of way. So basically, this software is just an interface, a graphical interface that works with the ECM and what the GM people have put in it. This, I would say, is basically like the decoder that goes from the GM ECM speak to that speak and writes it in there. That's the most important part of the whole operation. You may have seen this picture a bunch of times. This is the primary VE table, which is volumetric efficiency. So basically these numbers are your fueling. The larger they are, the more fuel it'll get. On the left, it's manifold pressure. On the right, versus RPM speed. So that's one of the biggest parts of this program for performance tuning, or trying to improve fuel economy, or anything really. There's tons of other stuff. I'd like to make some videos going through it sometime, so say something down in the comments if you'd like that, and what specifically you'd like to see. We should be able to get a decent amount of these free-to-tune computers, which will be great for us. The credits are $100 US, like I said, per computer, so that's like 130 Canadian, so yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It's awesome. And now, because I figure you guys might be sick of my driveway, and I want to go see what's up at the RFG, we're going to go for a trip there and see Rob, see what he's got done on that GTO. If you're wondering what's under the hood, it's an engine, not a motor. If you're curious, Dave Connolly, I think is your name. Rob just farted.
That was you.
So now we're here at the RFG. Wow, the bodywork has begun.
Getting there. So yeah, now I just got to start on this part, and I also did some here, you know, to like, I had to add on to the door to like level it out so that the body line's smooth.
Smooth as silk.
That's going pretty fast, so I should be able to get it done soon. Ready for primer again.
Soon. That's what I keep telling them about the Sonic Stang too.
Let's see, this one's getting worked on. Makes it annoying. So.
We're just talking about how you can't listen to music on YouTube, which really sucks because usually we got the music cranked, Yellow Wolf and stuff in the garage, but oh well.
Well, yeah, who doesn't work on cars and listen to music at the same time, you know?
YouTube copyright police has been rough lately. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and we're going to the junkyard, right?
Look for some junk.
Yeah.
Some more junk.
Yeah, more junk. I'm looking for, I gotta swap out that rad that doesn't have the right fittings, and if there isn't one, maybe I'll just get a trans cooler and do it that way. Rob is looking for...
I need narrowband O2 sensors still. I didn't grab them when we were there the other day, and I don't know what else. I have to think about it.
Whatever we can see.
Yeah.
So there you go. That'll be a pretty good video to begin with. But then after that, we'll be going to Clayton's for SPP Wednesday and working on the shit horse probably. That's the plan? Yeah. We're going to pull that motor so we can finally see what's wrong with the 6 liter. I'm betting the oil pump at this point.
Yeah, we should be able to get it out pretty fast. We could pull the timing cover off and check that pump.
Yeah, we've had enough practice at it, so we should be pretty good at this point. So I think I'm gonna call our video right here. As always, guys, share with your friends, like if you enjoyed, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you tomorrow. Also, guys, just want to say thanks for over 9,000 subscribers now, which is pretty freaking awesome. I kind of hoped the channel would grow like this, but was never sure. I mean, you're never sure, right? So anyways, thanks a lot and keep it up. We're gonna keep growing this thing. 10K will be next, and then after that, 100K.
And the sky's the limit.